Never give up, a powerful motivational story about strength and perseverance. Every day, countless people wake up feeling like they are already behind in life before the day even begins. Some are working hard but not seeing results. Some are watching others succeed while they feel stuck in the same place. Others are carrying invisible burdens: family pressure, money struggles, loneliness, or the quiet pain of being overlooked. After enough disappointment, a dangerous thought slowly grows in the mind: maybe I'm not capable of more. But life does not only challenge the strong. Sometimes, it breaks the already tired, and still expects them to continue. This is the story of a young horse named Rayan and a desert that taught him what true strength really means. A world where strength decides everything. In a dry and endless desert, survival belonged to the strong. Caravans moved across burning sand, carrying goods and supplies over long, dangerous routes. Only the strongest horses were trusted for these journeys: fast, powerful, and unshakable under pressure. But among them lived Rayan, a young horse who never seemed to belong. He was smaller than the others, thinner in build, and slower in movement. While the others carried heavy loads with ease, Rayan struggled even with light burdens. People didn't hide their judgment. They laughed. They doubted him. They decided his future before he even had a chance to prove it. To them, he was not a horse built for survival. A life marked by doubt and silent struggle. Every day, Rayan heard the same words repeated around him. He won't make it far. He is too weak for the desert. He should not be part of the caravan. But even with all the doubts surrounding him, Rayan refused to stop trying. Each morning, he followed the older horses. He studied their steps, their endurance, their discipline. He watched how they endured storms, heat, and exhaustion without stopping. Then he tried to copy them. And every day, he failed in some way. Sometimes he stumbled under small loads. Sometimes his legs shook under the heat. Sometimes he had to stop while others kept going. And slowly, failure began to feel like his identity. The moment of breaking and the voice of wisdom. One evening, after collapsing in front of others again, Rayan quietly walked away from the group. He found a lonely rock at the edge of the desert and sat down, exhausted not just in body, but in spirit. That's when Malik, an old horse with deep scars from countless journeys, approached him. Malik didn't judge him. He simply sat beside him. "Why are you hiding here?" he asked gently. Rayan lowered his head. "I am tired." "Tired of walking?" Malik asked. "No, tired of failing." There was a long silence before Malik spoke again. "Do you know why the desert respects horses? Not because they are the fastest. Not because they are the strongest. But because they keep moving even when everything around them says stop." He continued, his voice calm but firm. "The desert burns your feet. The wind blinds your eyes. The heat drains your strength. But a horse survives only if it learns one thing: to keep walking." That night, those words stayed inside Rayan's mind like fire that would not fade. The long road of discipline and quiet growth. The next morning, something changed. Rayan did not wait for encouragement. He did not wait for permission. He simply stood up and began again. Day after day, he trained in silence. When others rested, he walked. When others stopped, he continued. When others laughed, he stayed focused. He did not suddenly become strong. He did not suddenly become fast. But he became consistent. Weeks passed. Then months. And still, he was not the strongest. But something inside him had changed. He no longer stopped after failure. The journey into the desert storm. One day, traders arrived searching for horses for a dangerous desert crossing. As expected, the strongest horses were chosen first. Rayan was ignored once again. But at the last moment, one trader pointed toward him. "Take that one as well." No one understood why. Some objected, saying he was too weak. But the decision was made. And so Rayan joined the caravan. For the first days, the journey was stable. The desert was harsh, but manageable. Then everything changed. Dark clouds gathered. The wind rose. And soon, a violent desert storm swallowed the horizon. Sand filled the air like a wall. Visibility disappeared. Panic spread through the caravan. Horses stopped moving. Some collapsed under pressure. The group began to lose direction. But Rayan did not stop. Step by step, he moved forward slowly, struggling against the storm. His body hurt. His eyes burned. His strength was fading. But he kept going. And then he saw a cluster of rocks in the distance. A possible shelter. With the last of his strength, he pushed forward and guided the caravan toward it. One by one, they followed him. They survived the storm. The horse who was once called weak. The next morning, silence filled the desert. The same horses who once mocked him now looked at him differently. Rayan had done what stronger, faster horses could not. He had led them to safety. But the journey was not over. As they returned, water supplies began to run low. The heat became unbearable. Panic returned. To survive, they reduced the load on the horses. But this time, without being asked, Rayan stepped forward and carried extra weight. Not because he was the strongest, but because he refused to give up responsibility. Every step became harder. His body begged him to stop. At one point, he almost collapsed. But he looked ahead and kept moving. And in that moment, he understood something deeper than strength. True strength is not the absence of struggle. It is continuing despite it. The meaning the desert never forgets. When the caravan finally reached safety, exhaustion turned into relief. The journey was over. Lives had been saved, and standing among them was Rayan, the horse everyone once doubted. Malik approached him one last time. "The desert does not remember who started strong," he said. "It only remembers who refused to quit." Rayan did not answer. He didn't need to. Because now he understood. Conclusion: what this story leaves behind. Life does not always reward speed, talent, or early success. Sometimes it rewards something quieter: endurance. You may feel behind. You may feel weaker than others. You may feel like giving up. But the truth is, many people don't fail because they are incapable. They fail because they stop too early. Like Rayan, you don't need to be the strongest in the beginning. You only need to keep moving when everything in you wants to stop. Because one day, the same struggle that once broke you, may become the reason someone else learns what strength really is.